Hello everyone and welcome back to the jungles of the Pamera tribe, where we have two very strong creatures having just taken over their very own nest hidden here in the jungle grasses. And this is Gar Fern. So if you guys remember, we have a prefix on her name, Gar, meaning that she is one of our guards. And she's got those beautiful double claws, ram horns, she's got the venomous fangs. The only thing she's lacking to be super strong with her body is that she has a lean body so she can move a little bit faster instead of having a big body or a spiky body like her very handsome mate over here, Claw. And I'm really happy, you guys, so thank you so much for your encouraging comments on our last video. I am ready to dive back in and figure out the story that our creatures are going to have. We have been focusing on genetics for so long and trying to follow that crowd that we've really lost track of exactly which creatures have a bit of a storyline going with them, bonding with them, especially the way we did with the Janu and the Jalip tribes. And I really want to come back to that for the rest of the Pamera tribe before that wintry update apparently is going to be released sometime soon. Plus, we've got this beautiful jungle that we still need to figure out the details of how to survive. So today, we are going to be focusing primarily on seeing if some sort of successful little romance in a healthy little family can be born between Fern and Claw back here. And they are really going to be settling in and trying to conquer the back of the jungle. And I'm very quickly realizing that if one of the main ways that the big bad creatures, like the Bad, who is this really big ape right here, can spawn is by having areas that are in shadow, then we definitely need to rotate in a little bit of an exploring crew who can go through and who can hopefully stand in the areas that are unlit and make sure that we've got eyes on the entire island. So when something shows up, we know like where it is and we can start tackling it. And I actually think that we'll probably not stay on this island for too long, you guys. I think that it's a pretty small jungle, and now that I know the jungle is, at least so far, not nearly as scary as I thought, I think it'd be a lot of fun to go ahead and jump into the next grassy jungle pretty soon, but we'll ride out this generation at least. And I definitely want to see how delicious these jungle berries are. Don't they just look awesome? That's probably why the apes are here. They probably feast off of these jungle berry bushes. I hope that getting rid of the apes, which I kind of want to do just to see if we can, even though right now the Bad is like, you have done nothing to me, you can't do anything to me, and I can totally ignore you. Even though like this ape could care less that we're here, I would like to see if we could fight it. And some of you guys are upset about that, and I think that's actually kind of cool because it shows that we're a very ecosystem aware community. But you know, I think that it might be a good challenge. I mean, just look at those beady eyes. Oh my goodness, it's kind of actually a little bit pretty. I really like the golden color. It kind of reminds me of a golden tamarin and a marmoset. Okay, all right, moving on. Even though it's so pretty, I do think it's important to fight, but I did notice that it only has about 2 movement. So as long as we have creatures that have pretty good eyesight, who can kind of keep an eye on where the Bad may be, and who have really good movement, because we can easily outrun that ape right now, so I'm not too terribly worried. It may be really cool to see what would happen when the wing mutation. Okay, so it's not in yet, but there's eventually, according to the Kickstarter and the outline for where the game should develop at least, there should eventually be wings added into the game. So how interesting would it be if you had your winged creatures in a jungle area? What if you could roost in these trees? Of course I would want to focus on that, but I mean, just look at them. Look at them, they're so beautiful. But all right, so let's see. Everybody seems to be doing okay back here. We have Scar hanging out down here. He has a little bit of collecting. He's got some good fighting. It doesn't look like we have any bunnies to chase down. We've got a lot of food, so I'm not too terribly worried about food. And Scar is getting a little older, so I might send him back on top of his little tree stump to keep an eye on everybody. Little Issy over here does have some good cracking, so I'm going to send her over to this tree so she can kick the tree and take care of things with Kukirkir here. Oh man, it's been so long since we've even had creatures who have carried family names that I feel like we've really had a bit of a disconnect, but we'll start warming up to them and we'll start bonding with our little family again, starting with whatever baby Fern and Claw are going to have here in the depths of the jungle. I think that's really where the next line that we will be following of the Pamera tribe will be. So let's see. In fact, we might start playing with some of the genetics to make things more colorful. Like I was thinking, how cool would it be if we could somehow get like warning dots mixed with different color fur, and we could try to make a certain kind of like panther thus the Pamera tribe looking creature, or maybe something a little bit more like a jaguar. I think that would be fun. So since we already have a lot of the traits we want, we are going to start mutating the fur color and the eye color, which normally we've unlocked a long time before now, but we haven't done that with the Pamera tribe yet. So since I'm pretty sure they will have the strong baby I'm looking for and quite a few other strong children, I think that we can start focusing on some of their coloring, and we might get some like black creatures with maybe some, what kind of dot spots could they have? I really want to mess with their dot spots. Can you guys change your dot spots yet? Maybe they can't change their dot spots. We'll have to figure it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure their dots are just always going to be one color, and their ram horns are another color. But I wonder, like, the main coloring could be different. We'll figure it out. We'll play with their coloration, including eventually bringing in some of that toxic body. And we'll just see what ends up surviving as we start throwing our creatures at some more adventure. So for now, let's let Fern go ahead and have this baby she is oh so ready to have. I think that she might be craving some of these absolutely delicious looking plants right here. I totally would eat those. They look fantastic. And look at the little one. Oh boy, we had a lot of deaths. No, hooray. Dang it, you've got doubled up immunity. But let's see, lean body, only 5 strength, so we do need to figure out a way to bring in Dad's body type, I think, or like give her a different body type. All right, so no luck there. And thankfully, however, even though we may have babies that are more prone to being sick, we are indeed in a jungle area that offers up many more medical plants. So we'll have to see. I think I'm going to name the little baby, let's go with Mango. I wanted to go with Mango, but then I thought, like, let's name her let's see, Milan. There we go. Like a melon and like a mango mushed together, Milan. So we're going to name her Milan, and I think that Garfern is going to be a little bit concerned about her daughter. But thankfully, her daughter should be pretty healthy because of all of these plants, and we are trying to kind of have some pretty good fighters, so I don't mind that they share some genetics. All right, there we go, and we'll balance it out as time goes on. She just needs to survive until adulthood. All right, and meanwhile, Garclaw definitely would be concerned for his new little family, so he might scooch through here, kind of clear away some of the underbrush and keep an eye on what could be found over in this area. And on the other side of the island, there were definitely some screams and some trouble. That was definitely old age. So somebody passed away of old age, so we don't need to worry about that. But I think Lana would be a little curious and like popping up to see what on earth happened. And then somebody else died, and that was also of old age. Oh, all right, good. I was a little worried like the ape suddenly just lunged at us out of nowhere, but it seems like he was just it was just creatures dying of old age. And then Rokuro is also about to pass away of old age. He has the rolled in mud little, I almost called it a moodlet, like Sims 4. That's hilarious. The status effect of being in mud right now, which is really adorable. It'd be cute if they had like a little texture that went over them so they looked like they had rolled in mud. But he's going to help out with that nasty leech. I guess he ate it. I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, Rokuro. And then we'll let him go ahead and pick some of the delicious fruit. And then to Kirkir, he could go ahead and he could run down to the beach again. I think, does he have the underwater breathing ability still, or is that his brother? So we're going to send to Kirkir down here. And it doesn't look like the underwater breathing thingy. Oh, can he actually? No way! I don't think he's supposed to be able to reach the sea floor from up here, but he could. So I'm going to send him along this, like here, and we'll say he's maybe like scraping some muscles off, or maybe he's like an albatross or some of the other like water-faring birds or creatures who are just like diving in, like a marine iguana, diving in, snagging his food and coming back up. So to Kirkir, you're like my little marine iguana somehow. That's pretty awesome. Maybe you've got some like Seer of the Tide pools hiding in your family tree way back there. All right, and then we've got this really cool baby, Solara, and she actually has the distasteful appearance from the warning dots, which are so pretty. But she is we are starting to run into a lot of immunity repeats, so I will try to keep a little bit of a closer eye on that. She's going to be playing over here, and then Siana. Oh, she's so gorgeous. I love the warning dots. I don't know why. I'm just so in love with them. She's going to help out with this little spot. Then we have little Kuta over here, and he's a healthy young creature. 5 attack, He's got lean body, so he could probably go over, and we might send Kuta over to possibly try breeding into our little like fern community we've got, but we may have played it a little bit too close to the cuff with our immunity genes there. In fact, if we aren't really having to worry about survival, because I mean, here's the bad, and it's not very good to be right next to the bad, but I mean, it's not terrible either. Let's see. I kind of want to eat these because Asana is young. I think we'll go ahead and we'll let her eat those. Like, she doesn't know that it might attract a big predator. And then Kokoko, I think Kokoko can actually scooch this way. Darn it, and the bad is now hidden again. And then let's see, if I stay right over here, as long as we can kind of keep an eye on it, and we have a rock between us and it, and we are hidden right now. The camouflage is up. So let's see, and this is how far an animal can see, but I wonder if that is, because this is supposed to be like the big eye ape, I'm pretty sure. I wonder if that says how high your camouflage has to be hiding. So Isla is keeping an eye on it kind of nervously. And then unfortunately Dooku isn't going to be able to do any damage to it, which still seems weird to me because its defense is only 4. So I feel like I should be able to attack it, but Dooku just wasn't having any luck. I'll have to get him back undercover. I mean, could he come over here? Okay, Dooku's kind of sickly. Yeah, look at that. The defense of this animal is higher than your strength, but his defense is 4. Our strength is 5. So I wonder if we just can't attack the apes for some reason. We'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, and then over here, Rota. But that's true. If we aren't really focusing, because it seems like the apes are not quite as big a deal as I was worried, if we're not really going to focus on trying to take them out, then I should probably focus on getting the immunity genes, the healthy immunity genes, spread through our tribe again. And then I think once we finish exploring back in this area, we will probably collect up a few of our tribe members and we will scooch across to the next island, even if we haven't defeated this ape, just to see if we can find a true jungle island and see how long the Pamera tribe can last there. So, we've learned a lot from this round though. So thank you guys for your patience while I figure it all out. And I definitely will not be dragging my feet for as long in the future. We're just going to be jumping into adventure with a lot more boldness. All right, so little Kisila, you're not so little actually. H and A immunity, A and B immunity. Oh, Scar, why aren't you spreading those immunity genes around more? All right, and then H and B on I Misla. And she is actually from the princess line, like one of the royal lines, I should say. So maybe I should find her a mate. There's A and H. I need to pick through some of my males. Then we have A and B and H and B. And let's see, A and B. Okay, so suddenly H and B. No, why are there so many B's? A and A. Yes, all right. That doubled up A actually is an awesome thing. So I Misla, guess what? You suddenly feel the desire to go find a mate, and you had found one. So I think you may have had one, but we'll see what I mean. We're trying to weave together the stories again and figure out who's who properly. And next time we won't lose our grip on it. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right, and Isco, again, she's a pretty speedy little one, and she can do a lot. So I'll move her over here. And it's just kind of a matter of getting a lot of creatures who can keep an eye on this ape, even if we don't need to get too terribly close to it. And then that would definitely spell some survival for us. All right, Kisila, you can go ahead and scooch over. And then let's see. Definitely need to keep an eye. Aha, that C immunity gene. Pretty darn important. A and H. And then we've got H and C. All right, let's see. So that means Lalisa, I think that Dooku has suddenly become quite attractive. And Lalisa is one of my favorites as well. I just love those warning dots so much. They're so pretty. So I think we're going to go ahead and we are going to send Lalisa, and I think she has big body too, so she might have some very strong children, over to Dooku. And Dooku suddenly finds himself to be extremely attractive, perhaps because he's taunting the ape, to several of these lovely warning spotted little ladies. And also we are hitting that quota that I mentioned that we would start looking at in the future, where when we hit about 30 creatures is when I start figuring out if we should release some of them and let them go. And I think after today we will probably start doing that with creatures who aren't really contributing in any way or don't really have genetics that would really help us out. So I'm going to think about that, because I really think that that would be a big boon to us, a big help when it comes to making sure that we just are able to keep the story and keep all of the work that we're doing moving, because it gets really overwhelming to try to balance out, whoa, no, we don't need any of those baby making things going on between you two. Thank you very much, Issy. It can get really overwhelming to try to balance out all of the creatures and all of their stories. So we definitely will, we definitely will try to just survive, but maybe having an abundance of creatures is not going to be that big of an issue anymore. Racimi! Racimi! The hearing ape has arrived and we didn't even step on anything. We were doing so good at exploring over here and the babies are exposed. Oh no! Oh no, what are we gonna do? He hears us! We don't have Velvet Paw. We gotta get out of here. I mean, there's nothing we can do against this guy, so we've gotta like hoof it. So I might as well just have them like run. But yeah, we've got the hearing ape. It's like right here, so we're gonna just casually dash away and try to ignore the fact that that big bad guy has just appeared. And then let's see, can I do anything? Anna-Ree can actually get out of the way pretty fast. So I'm gonna have her remove this and remove this and then run for it. All right, so she managed that. And then I'll go ahead and have Rokuru. He is very smelly right now. I'll have him run over here. I mean, he should have disguised his scent by rolling in the mud. So maybe we can have him roll in the mud again. That's interesting. We're going to have to see if that hearing ape comes for us, because I was hoping that we would only run into one ape and I didn't know they're different colors. And now I'm really excited. We're going to do this, you guys. All right, Pomar, let's see. I'm going to have you clear that away. And then I think Pomar, I mean, let's see his genetics before I start throwing my precious males into battle. H and C, and he's got stealth paw, huh? Then I might actually, I'm gonna have him clear away a couple more pieces of grass. The reason I'm doing that is because it does make it easier to move quickly out of danger. Some of you guys are like, no, don't ever clear away grass, but we do it pretty regularly so that we can dash away like the way we just escaped that hearing ape. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, Racimi. Pretty exciting day. Let's go ahead and clear this away. Hopefully light up more of the back. So learning to send scouts out like right away is definitely something that I have gained in insight with this new release of Niche. And we're going to scooch over here and then dash into the bushes. Look at those beautiful grasses. All right. So yeah, even though we have a lot of creatures, more than I would normally keep, I do think that we may be approaching a moment where I don't really have to worry about the fact that we have an abundance of creatures. And little Ducro, what am I going to do with you, buddy? I mean, he could help go and pick some food. I'm not really that afraid of picking all of the food as long as some of our creatures can hide. So I think if we light up, aka get our eyes on the entire island so we can keep a watch for any danger that might appear, then we should be safe to be able to dash over and pick some of the food. And we definitely want to be collecting from the regrowing grass spots too. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to see what kind of baby Fern has. And we're also going to keep a close eye on the bad and the not good, wherever it disappeared. Ah, no! Holy days, it moves fast. Hi there! And I just heard, okay, so not good. There you are, my friend, and you have really good hearing, so you're gonna hear any of my creatures. This is where actually having some really strong defenders, oh my. Okay, remember how everybody was harassing a little bit and like, Seri, why the heck are you spending so much time on strength? Well, even over here, it's a pretty useful thing, huh guys? All right, and then Rokuru, you can't really do anything, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and let you just roll in mud for the fun of it. And then, you know what? He's going to be one of our very first creatures to return to the concept of the Peace Garden. Oh, I can feel the balance in the Pamera tribe being added in, even while we are desperately trying to keep some of our creatures alive due to all of the predators and everything else that's arriving. And Ariri, let's get you down here. See, and if that grass had been cleared, I would have been able to take him out faster. We'll get her down there. We'll clear some grass to make a more viable path, and we'll leave some grass so that we can dash inside and hide. Right now, our camouflage is up pretty high on Anna Riri. Are you both Anna Riri? Why are you the Anna Riri? Okay, Anna Riri and Anna Rira. Twins. I thought something was suspicious there. Then Anna Rira can dash over here and pick some of the food. So let's see what this new baby, oh my. Not good. Now all we really can do on this one is just run for it. Yeah, not good. We can go ahead and like pick some of the fruit. Might as well if we're about to die. And then, oh, yes! Kirdukta! He's another one who's strong enough to be able to fight back. Oh, if only, if only. And then, unfortunately, Garclaw. All right, let's see. I'm going to have her dash over here. Abandon her babies just for a moment. It's not by choice. I swear it's not by choice. It's because we need to have her become pregnant. And then we'll have Garclaw move over here. And maybe he can fight. It wouldn't last very long. It wouldn't last very long at all, though. It would be a total show-off between the only creature who could possibly do damage. But if he can't do any damage because for some reason, because it's not like the newest version of Niche with the jungle update, it's one of the beta updates. If we, for some reason, cannot fight this ape, then I know that even though we should be able to do quite a bit of damage to him, because we have 7 attack and he only has 4 defense, then we should just give up on that project and focus on a different branch of the family tree. All right, let's get little Milan out of the way. So she's going to be running for it, and then we're going to have little Spike. So a little Spike going with the like aggressive family name. He's going to hide right down there. I've got a couple pregnant females I really need to hide, and then we might have Lana scooch down here. She can help out, try to protect some of the family members by moving over, defending the babies. And then speaking of babies, we do have a couple pregnant females I need to do something with. I need another mud patch is what I need. All right, let's send little Ducro because he's got good movement down here. And hopefully I have enough creatures that even if we are about to have a very unfortunate situation losing a few, hopefully, I will still be able to, I will still be able to survive. So I'm suddenly not so concerned about the fact that we have extra creatures. All right, so Garclaw, you're gonna have to do something about that, buddy. I'm a little bit concerned. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. This might be really interesting. I would love if I could attack them, but like I said, I'm a little bit worried that I can't because we're not on the latest update, but we'll see. All right, Garclaw, I'm gonna have you scooch this way, and then we'll just see where that ape is going to show up. And then we have right over here the bad, and I do think the bad just attacked us. This animal has been wounded. Noted. We're gonna scooch this way, and we're gonna see, can we like dive into this little grass patch and stay out of the way? So after me going, oh, maybe the apes aren't so bad, it seems that they've decided to start doing something, guys. So maybe I will truly regret those words very soon. And I'm going to send little, let's see, are there any? Now I think all of the family nests are now pretty much useless, so I'm going to scooch little Kuta down, and I'll have Aimisala sit inside of that nest, nice and safe. And then Lalisa was coming over here to meet Dooku, so Dooku's going to meet her, and then she's going to turn around and slowly but surely hoof it down to one of the family nests, since there's a perfectly good nest right over here. And then we need to just scooch some of the other creatures so that they can keep an eye on where the heck all of the predators and all of the possible danger could be. All right, and then we'll make sure to gather up plenty of food. And then creatures who don't need to be used to gather food, or let's see, we'll scooch you over here. Aha, bunny! See, it's helpful to be able to keep an idea on, or like an eye on where the bunnies are too. And Rimiko, your doubled up immunity is just definitely wreaking havoc on you. You could have some interesting babies with him, so we'll go ahead and let you just try for a baby, and then we'll throw her down. I don't know if any, yeah, I think all of the family nests have deteriorated by now. That's my bad for not keeping up with them, but we can have her come over here. I like keeping a nest on top of this little rabbit mound for some reason. I just think that's fun. All right, and then what? I can get nuts from the jungle trees? Why did no one tell me this? I would have been all over that. I feel so, oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? That's the best thing ever. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna be working on that too. I'm so excited. And Isnala, you can go ahead and just like collect those little pieces. And let's see, Scar, you're just chilling up here, buddy. All right, and then we've got Kisala, and we can send her. What can she do? She can go hang out with those trees. No, Kisala, you keep your name. There we go, Sala. And I'm gonna have her. I didn't know that they could collect from those trees. I'm so excited. Kisala has some pretty useful skills. Pretty useful genetics. A and H. Pretty sure we've pretty much spread those successfully enough as it is. Yeah, pretty much. So Kisala, I think I might scooch her slowly but surely over towards the other side of the island to help light it up. The sooner we can send scouts out to uncover the darkness and pull back the darkness of the jungle, the sooner we will hopefully be able to meagerly attempt to survive in the jungle. So I'm hoping that'll work out. We'll send him over here and then like throw him into the bushes pretty soon. But yeah, we're starting to send out scouts. I'm learning in the future that's going to be one of the most important things we can do. But otherwise, I'm going to have you come over here and scooch along the bottom for food, my friend. When did you get a leech on you? So rude. All right, we're going to leave Rokuro to rest in the Peace Garden, and we're starting to get a little bit more lined up. So thanks, guys, for riding out the bumpy time with me. Sometimes there's been an ebb and a flow to our niche for the over 100 and I think like 50 episodes we've done so far. We're different tribes. We have different community members come in, different suggestions flying at me. I get a little bit overwhelmed, but again and again and again, consistently, I am remembering that the point of this is adaptability through adventure. And that's the name of the game. That's the way we play. And I just had all my plans turned upside down. And that's kind of awesome, actually, because we now have the not good lurking in the shadows of the jungle. So we'll have to see if we can scurry our very tough little fighter babies out of the way in time, or if having Spike and his father Claw try to be able to be strong enough to take on the apes was a bad idea in the first place. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.